Every year, the World Economic Forum, well, they basically take the pulse of the entire planet. And their latest report, it suggests we are standing right on the edge of a cliff. It paints a pretty stark picture of a world that's entering a new and, honestly, a much more dangerous age of competition. And for anyone doing business in or with China, getting your head around these shifts isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential for survival.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Just so we're all on the same page, we are basing this whole explainer on the World Economic Forum's latest global risks report. And our laser focus today, is to drill down into what all of this really means for the China business sector. Think of this as a guide through the turbulence that might be ahead for all you leaders and strategists out there.
This one sentence from the report, it just says it all, doesn't it? That whole era of predictable, cooperative, rules-based global trade that let businesses build these incredible global supply chains with confidence, well, according to the experts, that era is over. We are walking into a world that is way, way more confrontational. So let's start with that big picture. The main theme, the big takeaway from the report, is that a totally new world order is taking shape. And it's one that's a lot more competitive, a lot more fragmented, and frankly, it's got a much darker outlook than what we've gotten used to. And listen, this is not some fringe theory we're talking about. A whopping 68%, two-thirds of the global experts they surveyed, believe we're heading towards a multipolar or fragmented order, an order where major powers like the US and China are basically contesting the rules of the game region by region. That is a total sea change in how the world works. And that leads us directly to what the report identifies as the #1 threat facing businesses today. Because when global powers start competing like this, they don't just use armies anymore. No, they use economics. And that has created a brand new and incredibly dangerous battleground. And there it is, ranked #1. According to more than 1,300 global experts, something called geoeconomic confrontation is the single most severe risk the world is facing over the next 2 years. It just shot right up the rankings, which tells you how much anxiety there is about this among global leaders. Now, it's so important to get this. We're not just talking about old-school trade tariffs. This is the strategic weaponization of the entire economic toolkit. We're talking investment controls, sanctions, tech blockades, all of it being used to score political points. It's not just bending the rules of global business. It's tearing up the rule book. And this image just perfectly illustrates the new reality, doesn't it? A container ship, a port, a shipping lane. These things are no longer just commercial assets. They are strategic chess pieces in a massive global rivalry. For any company that relies on Chinese manufacturing or logistics, this means your supply chain is now sitting on the front line. And just look at the tools being used in this confrontation: investment screening, sanctions on key sectors like AI and semiconductors, weaponizing supply chains, locking down critical minerals. For any business trying to operate in this environment, it's like trying to navigate a minefield where new mines just appear overnight. Now, where is this geoeconomic battle hitting the hardest? You guessed it, technology. What we're watching unfold right now is nothing short of a new tech Cold War. It's a high-stakes race for dominance, and it's playing out primarily between the United States and China. This slide tells a pretty stark story. Just think about it. Nearly half of all the advanced research in quantum computing is coming from just 2 countries. This isn't a global collaboration anymore, it's a massive concentration of power. It signals a tech ecosystem that's splitting in 2, and pretty soon businesses might find they have to pick a side. So you see all this competition, all this money pouring into quantum, but what's the biggest, most immediate danger that these quantum computers actually pose to our digital economy? It might not be what you think. The report points to a really terrifying and very near-term danger. It's called harvest now, decrypt later. What's happening is that major state actors are stealing enormous amounts of encrypted data right now. We're talking corporate secrets, financial records, government files, with the plan to just sit on it until they have a quantum computer powerful enough to break the encryption. Let me be crystal clear here. This is not some distant, abstract sci-fi movie threat. This is a direct challenge to the security that underpins literally all digital business. Every secure online purchase, every confidential email, every piece of intellectual property you have stored in the cloud, it all relies on an infrastructure that is now fundamentally at risk. All right, let's switch gears for a second, because it's not just these external conflicts we have to worry about. We also need to look at the internal economic pressures that are basically throwing gasoline on the fire. These geopolitical risks are crashing right into an already fragile global economy. So if you look at what's worrying experts the most, right up there next to geoeconomic confrontation, you see economic downturn. That risk has also seen one of the sharpest jumps in concern. There's just this growing anxiety about massive debt levels, inflation that won't go away, and the real potential for asset bubbles to just burst. And the report couldn't be clearer on this point. Economic instability is not just a spreadsheet problem. It fuels social fragility. It widens the gap between the haves and the have-nots, and it eats away at economic opportunity. So for any business trying to figure out market stability, whether it's in China or anywhere else, this social dimension is now a critical risk factor. So what this means is that the next big economic shock might not come from a bank. It could be triggered by a public backlash against AI for using too much water, or by widespread anger over rising unemployment. The things that can trigger a crisis are just getting way more complex and interconnected. So, what do we do? Faced with this tangled mess of geopolitical, technological, and economic risks, is there a path forward? The report says yes, but it's going to require a totally new playbook for resilient leaders. The report's advice is basically this: stop waiting for everyone in the world to agree on everything, because that's a losing strategy right now. Instead, progress can happen through smaller, more practical coalitions of the willing. Businesses and governments can team up on specific issues where their interests align, focusing on creating win-win situations instead of just inflicting economic pain, and most importantly, just keeping the lines of communication open. And all of this brings us to the final and maybe the most critical question for every leader watching today. As the world splits into these competing blocks, especially between the US and China, the strategic challenge is just immense. So what's the bigger risk for your business? Is it choosing the wrong side? Or is it failing to build the bridges that can span this new divided world? That's the question that's going to define this decade.